Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, today I will be showing you guys what I have in my kit. I am a freelance makeup artist on the side. Most of you guys know this, but if you're new to my channel, welcome. And now you know. I am a freelance makeup artist on the side, so I do carry pretty much like a lot of things on my kit just because I work with a lot of different clients. So I will be showing you guys exactly what I have in my kit, and I will be listing every single product down below so you guys can go ahead and purchase it if you are interested in the product. This is my travel bag, and this one is from MAC. It's very sturdy and it has a lot of compartments, so that's the reason why I like the bag. This is like, I've had this bag for about a year now and it's still strong. Like, it's gone through hell, trust me when I say that. It has a lot of like good compartments that fit a lot of things inside of it, like these clear pouches. You can buy these also separately and bring them in your bag because obviously they only fit 2 small ones and 2 big ones, or you can actually get an additional big one and subtract the small ones and put them inside of your bag, so that will work out better for you. Moving on to foundations, first thing we're going to be putting in our kit is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This foundation is a new foundation to me. It's a Calvin Klein one, and I found this foundation because they used it on Kylie Jenner in her app while they were doing her makeup, and I was like, why not purchase it and try it out? It's actually a very good foundation, very lightweight and very full coverage. Especially like now for the summer. It also has 20 SPF in it. This is the Frankie Rose, and I have it in the shade Olive and also in the shade Oatmeal Blend. I always like to carry at least one shade that is really light and then the other shade that is a little bit darker and one shade that is like way more on the deeper side, just because I like to like get the perfect match. Next up is the Studio Fix Fluid, and I have this in NC30 and NC50. I like to mix these up together to get the perfect shade. This one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I have 3W1 and 2W2. And one is just lighter than the other, as you can tell, but then I have a really dark shade, which is this one right here, which I like to mix just to get, again, the perfect shade for my clients. And this one is in 6W2. I feel like I'm talking so fast right now. I need some water. Okay, this one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and this one is in the shade 03 and 01. 101, 103. One is lighter than the other. And you see how perfectly they all fit in there? I always like to bring a hand sanitizer with me before starting any client's face, just to make sure my hands are clean. This is the Kiiara Cosmetics VB Plus Illuminating Cream, and I love to bring this with me to mix it with my foundations. Now we're moving on with Makeup Forever Step 1 and Step 2. I have the mattifying primer and the smoothing primer. I love both. What I'm showing you here is Dr. Brand Pores No More and Benefit Professional. That was the MAC Strobing Cream and Tarte Cosmetics Blur Primer. All of these are great primers that I love to bring with me for different types of skin. This is the Sacha Buttercup Powder, and I love to use this on my tan skin girls just because it gives them a better effect. It doesn't make them look ashy or white. And next, my favorite La Mercier Translucent Powder works well with all different types of skin tones. Moving on to bronzers, we're going to start off with the NYX Powder Foundation in the shade Caramel. You guys know I love this powder to death. This is my favorite bronzing powder ever. It's not too cool and it's not too warm. It's the perfect. Next up is the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Bronzer, and this one is perfect for the summertime, especially just because it is a waterproof bronzer, so you could take you swimming on the first date and it won't come off. Next, we have the LA Girl Pro Matte, I believe it is. I'm not completely sure. Don't have it in front of me, but this is a great alternative to the NYX Powder Foundation. This one is by Becca. I'm not sure of the name right now, but I will be leaving it down below. I really love this powder. It's a very great contouring shade. So this is the Betty Luminizer, and what it is basically like an illuminating bronzer. I love to bring this in my kit during the summertime. Moving on to Makeup Geek Contour Pans. I love to bring this with me in my kit just because they're very easy to blend and work well with a lot of different types of skin tones. I will also be bringing the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Powder Foundation, and this is in 3 shades. I will be leaving it down below. Moving on to blush, I will be bringing with me Cora de Rosa by Sigma, and this is just basically like a matte peach blush, and this one is Captivating by Tarte, my ultimate favorite. This one is Flower Tiled by Becca, and it's also like in the peachy corally tones. Those are my favorite, and you guys know that. This one is Hot Mama by The Balm, and this is also a corally toned kind of like blush. This one is Luminoso and Red Vino by Milani. You can find this at the drugstore. Next up, we're moving on with highlighters. This one is So Hollywood by Anastasia Beverly Hills and the Glow Kit in That Glow. Next up, we have Global Glow by MAC, and this is a very beautiful highlighter for my tan skin girls. If I were to use this, it would look very orange on me. Next, I'm bringing my ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadows, and I'm bringing my favorite ones with me. I'm also bringing ColourPop highlighters to use as eyeshadows. Here we have 2 cream pencil eyeliners, and these are in kind of like a nude shade. One is by Sephora and one is by Makeup Geek, and they are both waterproof. You always want to make sure you carry everything waterproof in your kit. And then here we just have some black gel liners, waterproof as well, and some concealers, all kinds, all brands. I love them all. Next up is the Sigma gel liner in the shade Wicked, and here we have some Milani Cosmetics lip glosses, and my favorite ones are Luminoso and Bare It All. Next up is these Kayleen Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. I really like these liquid lipsticks just because of the fact that they are very long lasting and they're waterproof. This one is by Dose of Colors and it's in the shade Sand. I love this one just to mix it with my darker shades. Those 2 were by MAC and they were Peach Stock and Creme de Nude. And I also love to bring with me my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. I really love the formula and the longevity on them. I bring some nudes, some reds, some mauve tones, and all of that good stuff. You have to have every single color because you never know what your client's in the mood for. Next up, I have this little pouch by MAC, and I love to keep my beauty blenders in here. I bring a few of them just because I like to work with different beauty blenders on different clients. Next up is a BH Cosmetics brush belt, and here I have all of my eye brushes, mascaras, and little scissors for my eyelashes. And then in the next one, I have all of my face brushes. Next up is the Vermona color switch, and I love to bring this with me in my kit just to switch from one color to another. It comes in handy, trust me when I tell you that. Next we have the Meet Matte Trimony palette by The Balm, and this palette is great. It has all matte shades and the pigmentation is amazing. This one is the Shadow Couture by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is my ultimate favorite. Next up is the Zoeva Coral Spectrum and Nude Spectrum. Both of these palettes are great alternatives to bring in your kit instead of bringing a whole bunch of like blushes, which I still do just because that is my preference, but they're way better to travel with because they don't take up that much space. These are the Estetica Cosmetics Cream Contour Kit and Powder Contour Kit. I love these very much and I've mentioned them a lot on my channel. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow palette, and I love this palette just because it brings a whole tons of different shades for each type of client. And the regular contour kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is my Makeup Geek customized eyeshadow palette, and I love this to death. This is like my go-to. I will never leave this ever. Like, it has to come with me. This is the Morphe Brushes 15 Con palette, and 15 Con stands for 15 concealers. This is a great alternative to bring just as a one thing like concealer to throw it in there instead of bringing like a whole big pouch of just concealers, because this has like all the shades. These are 2 setting sprays. This one is Slay All Day by Gerard Cosmetics and the other one is MAC Fix Plus. I will leave a coupon code down below for Gerard Cosmetics so you guys can save some money on that as well. And this one is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Next up, I have some lashes by House of Lashes, and I do not know how to pronounce this, so I'm really sorry. I just don't want to pronounce it wrong. And next up is a dish and a spatula for the foundations. And this is what my kit looks like when it is completely set and ready to go. I know there's probably a lot of things that I forgot to mention in here, and if you have any questions or you're wondering, oh, where's this? Just comment down below and I'll let you know my favorite item that I probably missed in here. It's just a lot of stuff to actually like grab in a video, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.